Hello all, hope you is blue. Welcome back to EU4 and Portugal for the All Blue achievement run. Again, I've had this before, but this time it's an All Blue 1 tag. Should be. I will endeavour to improve upon my previous go of it. Even to be fair, I did All Blue by like 1760 or 1770 or something, and I was just like, screw it, I could take on France and Venice, but this is good enough. It was one of those, I got bored of it and the tedium kicked in, you know? It does happen. The only reason why a lot of, well, not the only reason, but one reason why a lot of players don't have World Conquest complete isn't because of the difficulty of it, it's the tedium of it. Not in all cases, but in quite a few cases it's a case of, oh, this is tedious. I even mentioned it at the end of the Mamluks run as well. I talked about how I continued on the campaign, I formed Egypt, and then, like, I just got bored, so I sort of stopped. Kind of how it goes, really. Sometimes you hold on to the tedium and sometimes you don't. Which is why I've only got the career in the Uzbek as well now. World Conquests on the channel, because they can just be so tedious. So sometimes it's better to just say, this campaign's reached a good conclusional end. And oh, they desieged, no, I pieced out Yazoo. I think. I don't know. In any case, I'll just take money and war reps from you. I could take the extra provinces, but nah, I'm perfectly fine with dealing with Idrisi. We also have Kawata, Johara, blah blah blah. Altahama aren't in this, but I can't be bothered to go siege all the little guys, so what I might do is take everything minus like a province or two from Idrisi. Say good enough, and then form the USA, the 13 colonies. And yeah, everybody else is coming into Mexico now. Good job, Cuba. So, Idrisi, I don't need to deal with anyone else here. I just want you to give me this. And we're going to call it good. Thank you. So now, I need to pick the 5 cheapest of these provinces. Cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's all I need to do. Excellent. So, we then attack Arawak. Knick knack Arawak, give a dog a bone. Also, let's just pull this off here. This province is coming along quite nicely. I've still got 175 a year. Obviously it's not quite as good as when I had the age bonus, but it's also not bad considering that there's no adjacent colonies or anything else. 175 accounted for arid and no adjacent controlled. Yeah, not bad. Also, Fact's giving me tea this time. It usually gives me chili. Peppers? What do they call it? Spices. That works too. That makes more and as much sense. Not gonna lie. Yeah, let's just continue pinging round the merchants ready for the trade setup. I will need to fight Kilwa for Zanzibar at some point, because then it can get cloves, and of course for the actual provinces for the trade, for it all to connect, I suppose. It's all part of the same system, isn't it? And let's bring the 24k here. I think we finally go over to Australia. Broken Heart Choir declared war on Guarani. That's fine. Guarani, whatever. We'll put them in here. Let's put them in Ekab. We'll walk them to the other side, and then we'll just This is just to save naval attrition on troops from coast. Go. We'll meet in mixed tech. Then Quito can be attacked. Everyone else can get on that. Morocco is independent from Marrakesh now. What on earth is going on? Right. I think they broke to rebels, actually. That's what I think is going on. If only I had more troops ready and waiting in the wings. I suppose... Where's my fleet? Here already. I was going to say, I suppose I could take the 15k back. Nah, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. All I get is the mission reward from doing it anyway, is trade power in them provinces for a little while. So 7 states in colonial Brazil need to have the Jesuit Holy Order. It's very specifically the Jesuit Holy Order. So I'd need to take this one, development cost modifier. Very specifically. 2. You can see I can't do it in too many because, yeah, they need to colonize more. I was pretending to attack Portuguese Mexico. What are you, an idiot? That's not the best response, is it? What are you, an idiot? But it's true. I mean, come on, Tanana. Because you see a few black stripes on the nation. Nah, mate, I'm protecting them. They're down to 160% overextension as well. I'm going to feed them a little more. We are now the papal controller. Yay! Right. So, what do I do? Courier power's cost is funny. I don't need to worry about institutions. Yeah, let's do the funny one. Power cost reduction. So now... Oh, I should have waited. It waits till the tick of the next month. So now... commercial monopoly is 22 papal influence. Meaning I can just get a whole bunch of mercantilism while the current pope's in charge. Unless I get papal controller again, in which case I can once again do it again. Tafilov declared war on Morocco. Yeah. Morocco are going to be constantly brought back to life and then chewed out by the next nation. Unlucky. Also, what about the colonist situation? Jalisco has declared war. Petra has declared war. You're declaring peace? You're declaring peace? I'll declare war on one of those bozos in a minute. And yes, they are back up to the really high unrest. Don't worry, it will be fixed. And Broken Heart Choir are the ones that declared this war, so they need to be the ones to win it. I'm going to let you go to your own fate. You better not lose it. That'd be hilariously disastrous. Let's bring some colonists. You know what, I'm just going to go 1, 2. This is going to hurt, but believe me, I have a plan. 1. Well, actually, as usual, I don't really have a plan. I'm just going to tell you I have a plan and hope that you believe me. And I am intentionally going for the middle one here, so it's got less provinces, that less people that can migrate to it by just moving over one province. But there we go. Time to make California real quick. This is the beginning of the end for the New World. Well, not beginning of the end, but like, I don't know, the beginning of another one. yet another person I can feed to like 300% overextension in like 2 months, and then they just pay the price for the next 50 million years? I'll take reduced trade efficiency for a while here. That's fine by me. Also, of course, seeing as all courier costs are 50%, beautify local sync then only becomes 50. Well, it's 45 right now because I get... No, there is no real reason. It should be more than that. This is 50%, but 50% of 100 is 50, and then you account for the fact that actually I have to pay more than that because I have to pay more than exactly 50% because I've got the thing on for courier power cost increase. So yeah, you know, numbers. Oh, it's because I've got the government reform in here, don't I? Lands for the church. Offset some stuff. Courier powers cost minus 10%. See, religious would combo quite nicely in with all this as well, because that gives you extra annual papal influence. And you know what? I'm rather upset that you tried to declare war on Mexico. How dare you? I take that as a personal affront. Here, take my declaration of war. So yes, multiple colonial wars going on, and look at the price of these manufactories, man. So cheap. Which is good, because I mean I soon won't have money. All my money will soon be gone. However, my manpower's pulling back. I could now build a whole other detachment in Europe and just get ready to start some trouble. Because again, I've got Peru, Colombia's getting started, Brazil's doing their thing. We've got basically everyone. The only people I'd need are Louisiana in the middle there. And yeah, it's Louisiana. Well, Canada, I'd have to probably take off other people. Alaska, I can just colonize for. Yeah, the others I can colonize for. The only conquered one is Louisiana now. So once I get a bit more money, I think I'll make a stack of what's the combat width right now? 27. So if I make a 2008 or 20010, we'll just go to 30. I'll get up to 30,000 manpower at some point. And what's this? Our colony will be abandoned. Nah, just throw 100 ducats at the problem. It's not like the natives are going to rise up. And if the natives do rise up, that just means I need to hit the button. No problems. But yeah, this is the colonial rampage now. They can just do their thing. And then from there, I'll leave the Americas in a hands-off approach with the exception of setting up Alaska. And then I can do truly hands-off after Louisiana's been formed. But that's why I've also claimed Natchitoches. Oh, peasants. Excellent. As expected. There you go, more provinces there, it's looking real good. And now with all my excess colonies, I'm still earning 13 ducats a month. How about I earn 1 ducat a month? Let's get some points. You know what, with all this excess money, how about I actually start getting more power points? That's a brilliant idea. Love it. So, where else is good to develop with bird manor? Probably not too many places. Here is really good actually. This is going to be coal later. In fact, where else is coal up here? Asturias is also coal. I knew there was one else, I just couldn't remember. I forgot that it was literally the next province over. Then France, GB, Central Germany, yeah, no more for a little while. Okay, that was me just double checking that I had statified all of what I've got so far, by the way, if you're wondering. That's all I was doing there. Okay. In this Tanana war, who's also in? Is it just these two? Yeah, it's just these two. Marvellous. So if I just take out Huaztec at some point soon, we'll be laughing. Then I have yet another loan that can be paid off. Soon enough, I won't even need to bother with corruption loans. I won't need to bother with regular loans. I can just do everything off the back of what I'm earning. Fantastic. That's the great thing about getting the colonies up and running super early. It just all feeds in. And because I'm at war with Jalisco, even though it's not the same war, I'll need to take that before I take this province here. Salamanca. I mean, I'm going to have an army over here anyway. So I'll leave this mission on with the side with one family. My troops will be built. We'll send everything into Salamanca. Okay. I do have a quickly need to do a corruption loan right there. You know what, how about I root out a little more corruption as well? That's something my money can do for me. I'm just keeping my vision over here, even though there's stuff going on in the New World. Just to ensure I'm actually paying attention to what I need to. Then this would be a stab event, but I've got 3 stab. Excellent. Thanks for the manpower modifier. That's another thing. Religious would also give me manpower in true proper religion countries. Not proper religion, you know what I mean. True faith provinces, sorry. Not proper religion, they're all proper religions. Silly. Silly Billy. We'll just go for Castella, give a church. And yeah, just destroying in Salamanca. Didn't have an army, didn't need an army. Forgot to assign an army. Kind of wish I did. But the losses were still minimal, so it's okay. So we'll just have this. Ooh, 5 maneuver, 3 siege. We'll just have this drill in Granada for now. I'll add more troops to it to conform it to a template in a bit. Go. In fact, yeah, I need more manpower. It's all good. 254 more ducats. Yeah, it's not a case of the money there. It's a case of the manpower for sure. When you've just got that much money just thrown at your doorstep. Right, naval doctrine. Would I still go for the... I mean, I've not got many trade ships yet, but I can still get some. And also, this fleet... What have I got? I've got this, I've got Micronesia. I really need an in-between province, I think, before I start doing that. So what about if I just curtail these? I got a plan. Yes, I once again have a plan. It's called Super Tank the Economy. But actually what it is to spread out some provinces so that the game sees it, so that my ships see that there's provinces that they can land in, and then it can just go for the circumnavigation. Also, what did I just see in Japan? Uesugi is still, well, they're disloyal, but they're still a daimyo. And for here, let's take religious wars, because I'm mostly fighting natives right now. Also, how is the... Ooh, this is a really good spread, actually. it may be a Protestant win. I don't really care. I kind of hope it's a Protestant win though, because then that will determine the fact that most of Central Europe are going to be the incorrect religion for me, i.e. not my true faith religion, and then I can religiously be them all, because I might take it, you know. I'm kind of tempted, but we'll see. I'm always tempted by all sorts of things, and most of them don't happen, so such is the case. Also, why did that auto-diplomat take the third guy? Are they just all allergic to Damiel Diataide or something? Is it just like, no, you're not allowed to have that? Anyway, let's not stipulate. Let's just win. Thanks for your provinces. Next. FAC is self-sustaining. Excellent. Another one down. More provinces accord, so that will be 13 colonies set. People are going to try to declare war on them, and I will enforce peace. New Portugal, I'm happy with that. And you know what New Portugal are? A crown colony, which means you know what they're going to do. They're going to enlarge the gold fleet. Thanks for the modifiers. And those modifiers way pay off themselves, as mentioned. Like, way pay themselves off. Okay, let's try the circumnavigation. Let's see how it goes. By the time they get out into those ocean spots, we should have the provinces down for them to just sit in, at worst. Then Jalisco and you can go. You can all Jalisk go. And now I can finally start considering bringing this army into Australia. Well, New Zealand. As mentioned, I will be calling up Portuguese New Zealand this time. Nakapa is gold. Excellent. Alta Hammer has declared war on New Portugal. Push back the colonizers as their CB. I'm going to let them. Again, I can use it as a reason to declare war. Or do I just... No, I let them. I let them push in. They'll think they're ahead. And then I enforce peace and they'll say no. So I kind of need to keep an eye on this. Rather specifically. Desire for peace needs to be reduced. I just need to catch it at the correct time here. No, okay, let's truly save them. Right, there we go. You're done. You're done. Who else? Oh yeah, Quito. I'll deal with you when I can. And I still want this army to go to New Zealand. The other one can come over here. Also, Hassanai looking big. Good for you. So yeah, now the... Oh, don't go to port during war. Out you go. I forgot about that. 803 ducats. You saw it there. 803 ducats. Repay all loans. We're looking good. I need to put a church somewhere, don't I? Castella. 7 base tax. That's not the worst thing in the world. And we'll put the manufacturer in Huelva. This is good. We're going to have a Huelva time over here. Okay. Quito. Goes to Colombia. Another nation down. And Peru does have issues. So, before I deal with New Zealand, let's go help Peru real quick. And then we'll send it onwards. Again, these guys can't peace out without my consent now. So they're saved, even if they're fully occupied. Dortmund has accepted the offer to become a free city. Excellent. Oh, hold on, minus 73. Hold on a second here. I know I said I was looking forward to getting some problems, but not that big of a problem. Sheesh. Maybe I take a couple of these off. Okay. Fine, game. You called me out. What I'm gonna do is go back into some of these then. There we go. I don't need to do that much of a loss. Slightly panicked there. I was like, what do you mean minus 72? Like, sure, I could do it. For the cost of one extra colony, it's not worth going into literal bankruptcy for it. It's actually not worth it. So, reinforced cost reduction. I am ahead of Miltech again. Let's get going. I could also afford my drilling army to conform to the template. And let's stick you back on drill, as you rightly should be. Marvellous. Building the extra troops will put me back at a deficit, but I don't really mind. That's a negligible deficit compared to the minus 72 the game was going to just give me. And oh, I'm outnumbered 5 to 1 there. Yeah, I might need to be a little careful. So I do need this 20k stack to stay here. Oh. I mean, that's just annoying. I wish they didn't have to. But hey, it is what it is, right? How about I give this... never mind, actually. Right. Go defend... let's just deal with this first, then. This needs to be dealt with. And this, actually. Yeah, it's going to take a little while to get Australia up and running. Again, I could have colonised the provinces that are spare, but the amount of time spent ping-ponging, it's not really worth it. I'd rather just make it first and let them colonise it from their space, because they can get to the provinces quicker. Rather than me spend 320 out of 350 days to get there, and then pop, over moves a native. That's the disappointment. Actually, no. You know what? I'm just going to go to... You know what? Screw it. I'm going to keep to my plans here. We're going to go make New Zealand great again. But let's stop in first at Ilhas de Sociedad. Right, rebels. The army that's drilling in Europe are specifically staying in Europe. Peasants are fighting separatists, wonderful. And how much overextension do we have? They're back up to a 200 and something %. I fed them a bit too much again. just a smidge. It's fine. It'll all work out in the end. I'm sharing from Ethiopia again? I gave it too early, did I not? Oh, because they're using their capital. They're swapping around their capital, and then they're having to... Yeah, I get ya. We've lost a ship on the coast of Pepper. But we're safe here. So I think we'll complete it. If I can get to there safely, maybe not all intact, but safely, then we should win the circumnavigation. Good stuff. Alright, I think we'll leave this episode here though. I've just seen the timer. So next time I'll be working on New Zealand, of course, and all them Mexican rebels again. I would say Mexican Rebels Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, but who are we kidding? We know it's way beyond 2 by now. But yeah, peace out.